Sharabhanga was a great ascetic. So much so that the divinity themselves come, they bend, they come to take the sage royally to the higher worlds. And interestingly, when he comes to take him to Brahmaloka, the sage won't go. He refuses to go to Brahmaloka, and the reason he gives is because Sri Rama has arrived. The Lord has arrived to see me. You may leave. You have come at appointed time, but you may leave. I must do my hospitality with him and receive him. So Sharabhanga sage does not go, and when they meet, he bows to him, he offers him his hospitality. So you don't get a guest and then you say, I'm leaving, just sit here, okay? Just watch TV, I'll be back. No. Wherever you are going to go, if somebody has come to your doorstep, you drop what you are doing and attend. These are all messages in the culture we get. And so he receives him, stays with him, and Sri Rama asks him, well, we are here. We need to know, we want to know, where should we spend our time in Dandaka forests? We have so many years we have to spend. Where should we go? Please advise us. And Sharabhanga says, well, there is a lot to tell you about how to move through this forest. I don't have time. I have sent Indradeva away. I connect you to a sage, Sutikshna. You go to him and he will guide you what to do. And saying so, Sharabhanga takes a fire, puts on this fire and enters into it, so that the fire god will take him further to the higher worlds. And so this is how Sharabhanga completes his life, and entering the fire, his soul rises up and goes towards Brahmaloka. And so now Sutikshna is the next sage whom Sri Rama approaches. And there is an interesting turn that takes place here. As he is going, the sages of the area, they all approach Sri Rama. And they tell him that there are these asuras, the demons in the forests. They have been killing hundreds and thousands of these ascetics. There are so many of them here, but they are being killed and eaten up by these demons along the river Pampa, along the river Mandakini, in Chitrakuta, in this entire area. Protect us from these demons. And Sri Rama says, I will protect you. I will protect you. And with this promise, they move further boldly into the Dandaka forest where the sages lived. And here comes the interesting turn. Sita Devi is watching these dialogues. If you think she was a very quiet, complacent Pativrata who simply nodded her head to her husband's decisions, well, Sita Devi was not that way at all. We have a beautiful dialogue in Valmiki where Sita Devi advises Sri Rama and tells him, listen to me, there is something you need to hear from me, and that is, she says, there are people who fall into adharma, wrong activities. Please stay away from wrong activities, O Rama. Why? Because there are 3 types of desires and people get addicted. Addictions happen which are born of these desires. Number 1 is mithya vakyam. when you have desires, you connect to false speech, mithya vakyam. When you do not speak as is, we always speak a language. When you know what the other one wants to hear, you speak that. Not what you think is true, what you know is true, we don't speak. We only speak what we want the other person to hear, and that is mithya vakyam. Mithya vakyam brings addiction and therefore takes you to adharma. Paradarabhigamanam. Paradarabhigamanam means moving towards somebody else's wife, having an affinity for somebody else's partner. Oh Ammaji, we women are freed. No, I'm sorry. Women who go after other women's men, both ways this goes, all right. So, Paradarabhigamanam is symbolic of women do similar things. Both ways. So, this is addiction. Getting a taste for friendships with the opposite sex who are connected to other people through marriage. These are affinities, and unless one is careful, that affinity can bring an addiction, and that addiction can take you on a wrong track. This is what, who's telling to whom? Sita Devi is telling Sri Rama. And the third addiction is what? The third addiction is Vina Vairam Raudrata. This is very beautiful. I love these dialogues. She says Vina Vairam Raudrata means being cruel to another person without any enmity. Without any enmity, without somebody being... There are bad people in this world. There are asuras in this world. There are demons in this world. Let them be there where they are. You don't go just because you are carrying a gun. You don't go about shooting wherever you see them. They have not created any enmity with you. They are living their lives. Let them be where they are. But I am afraid, Sri Rama, that you are making these decisions to clean out Dandaka forest from these demons, from these asuras who have not caused any problem, who have not created any enmity. Why are you being cruel and taking their lives away? I am sure the first addiction you don't have because you don't have mithya vachanam, falsehood. Second addiction you don't have. But this third, I am afraid for you. And we will see in this dialogue, there is some more dialogue to come from Sita Devi, where she quotes an example of a sage in the past, how things can go wrong, and you need to come back to Ayodhya successful for that kingdom. Don't do anything which is wrong. And in that advice, some more dialogue is there to be continued in the next session, and we stop here for now. Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Raja Rama Rama Ram.